So I've decided every Sunday, I'm going to try and make every Sunday a live Q&A for you guys. And today I thought, because the last world flight vlog I've just uploaded, it's just gone up. I thought, why don't we do a Q&A? You guys can ask me a bunch of questions about the flight, the experience, not really any of the technical stuff. We probably need JP here with us for that. So when me and JP next meet up, we can go through the technical questions if any of you are budding aviation enthusiasts. Anyway, I can talk from a personal experience, what it was like for me. It was a long trip, 3 months, and I've had just over a month now to recover. A lot of you should know that it's not real time. The vlogs I'm uploading are over a month delayed, but I will be catching up in the next week, which is good news because I've taken a lot of time off. Awesome, right, we've got 800 and something people here. Guys, thanks for joining me. I asked some questions on Twitter earlier. Let me pull up Twitter. And thanks to Jason. If you don't know, guys, you can. It's called Super Chat. You can donate to me in the comments on the side, whichever side it is. It's that side. You can comment, and I can give you a little shout out or whatever. There's lots of questions flying through, so I'm going to start with the ones I got on Twitter earlier, and then and then we can carry on. We can chat a bit. I'm not going to go too long. Probably like 15-20 minutes. Oh, right. Let's have a look. So, first question is from Stephen. It is, what was the most unexpected, surprising lesson you learned about yourself on this journey? Unexpected lesson I learned about myself. I would say, that's a really tough question. I would say that the thing I've learned about myself probably is that I have limitations when it comes to vlogging and being able to edit and upload. And until this trip, I've always been pretty good at it, finding internet, staying on top of the vlogs. This trip defeated me in many ways. And I think that was a bit of a surprise how far behind I got, how difficult it was to create content, mainly because of the early mornings and kind of having to be flexible and it wasn't normal for me, but that was part of the adventure. There's lots of questions flying in. Let's see if we can grab some. It's too fast. Guys, I'm going to get a lot better at these live streams, okay? Oh my gosh. Okay, so I need to grab this. Oh, thanks to Rufus for the £2 on Super Chat. How much sleep did JP have during the flights? Did he nap whilst you looked at the instruments? So, no, unfortunately, I wasn't ready, or JP wasn't quite trusting me yet to keep an eye on the plane whilst he was napping. I think that would have been ideal. Actually, really, it would have been ideal for me to get a lot more plane savvy. Probably get, like JP was saying near the end of the trip, actually, in hindsight, I should have probably passed my basic pilot's license, and then it would have given me the ability to help him out a bit more. So if we ever fly around the world again, I should probably get my pilot's license. Will you ever visit Cape Town in South Africa? Yes, I'm visiting Cape Town actually in January to start piecing together this incredible documentary we filmed whilst on the world flight. And for me, that was one of the most exciting things about this whole trip, was that as well as doing the vlogs, as well as experiencing this amazing adventure with JP, it was also pushing out my comfort zones and creating something and doing all these different interviews. I did about 30 interviews, hour-long interviews from all over the world. Most of the countries we stopped in, there was a few that we didn't manage to, but in January, Cape Town, I'm going to be assembling a team. JP hopefully will be coming down and we'll be starting to piece together this whole documentary, and hopefully by mid next year we'll have something pretty amazing to show you guys. Did you sell Baloo? I don't think Baloo is sold yet. It is he is up for sale. Obviously, I'm not going to hang on to the plane. I can't fly a plane. We've done the world flight, done and dusted. We're going to sell the plane. So yeah, it's sitting in Oklahoma right now. Nagpur, will you ever come back again? In India, so Nagpur is somewhere I went to in India with JP. Thanks to Vitali, £2 on the super chat. I think the thing that we didn't get to experience in Nagpur, that region of India apparently is the tiger capital of India. And if we'd gone maybe a 2-hour drive out, we could have done a tiger safari, got up early in the morning and gone to see tigers in the wild. So I'm really upset we didn't get to see that. But yeah, I can always go back. Did you fly? I did a tiny bit of flying. Didn't really do a lot of flying actually when we were on the legs in the world trip. I don't know why. I think I tried it once. It was kind of cool, but I don't think it was actually very helpful for JP for me to be flying. So, do you get depressed or emotional sometimes during the trip? Yeah, I don't know about depressed, but I would say tensions were high at times. Emotions were high. There was all sorts. Honestly, there was every emotion. There was like excitement. There was frustration. There was anger at times, which is one I'm not too used to. I think when you're crammed with somebody for 3 months, it's very intimate, and you really, there's not many people. I'd challenge you guys to spend that amount of time in 3 months without having some kind of friction with. But it's all good. We learned a lot about each other's limits, and lots of emotions. I think lots of emotions. I didn't cry. I don't think I cried at any point in the trip. So many questions flying in, guys. I honestly, I'm a bit overwhelmed. I wasn't expecting this many. Oh my gosh. Why was there so much tension between us two? Okay, I mean, there wasn't a lot of tension, but me and JP are very different people. I often at times was a bit too laid back when he was trying to be serious and explain things to me on the plane. If there was a very risky situation, I think at times the way I came across was a bit blasé, or like I kind of wasn't paying attention. So I think it was me learning when to be serious, when to take things seriously, but also I guess kind of be true to myself as well, because I'm quite carefree. So it's kind of, it was kind of this challenge of just knowing when to be quiet and to be sensible, and then at other times when I can, be a bit more chatty on the plane and stuff like that, because there was a lot of quite risky flights we were taking. Anyway, let's move on. What's the hardest part of the trip? I think just the pace at which we were doing the flights at the end of the trip was pretty hardcore. We weren't really prepared for the length of time we had to stop in certain places. And we were originally very ambitious, thinking we could go down into South America, spend some time in Brazil, come back up to North America from there. But we ended up having to do a much more direct route across the Pacific. And we were literally island hopping the last kind of 2-3 weeks of the trip. It was, it was every day we'd be flying, and that was very draining. But luckily we got to relax a bit in Hawaii. Kerr Jack, thanks for the £2 on the super chat. China and Korea. There's so many places we would have loved to go to on the trip. It wasn't really a fair representation of the entire world. Obviously, we did a kind of the most direct route we could do, circumnavigating the circumference. Matthew's in the house. Thanks for the €5, Matthew. I'm guessing you're in Barcelona right now. Matthew was at the summit. You may have noticed I just uploaded a few hours ago the final world flight video on my channel. Later on tonight and tomorrow I'm going to be uploading, if I can push through. I haven't slept for 36 hours, guys. I've been editing straight. Anyway, if I can push through, there'll be the other days of the summit we had in California, which was epic. That was one of the highlights of the trip, honestly, as well as some of the incredible places we went to. Landing in California, having this amazing party. It wasn't just a party, it was this beautiful community of people. We got to spend time together. have conversations, get deep, open up. It was honestly, it was flawless. For me, it was everything I hoped and imagined it would be. And yeah, it was just a beautiful, beautiful weekend. And I cannot wait to hold some more events. Hopefully some of you guys can come. Maybe we'll start doing some on the road. We can do some smaller meetups. How did you feel when Raya surprised me? So if you don't know, guys, in Bali, which is one of our stops, JP and Raya had orchestrated this big surprise. She'd flown in, she was waiting for me in the room, and yeah, it was the biggest surprise of my life, honestly. I didn't think I was going to see her again until weeks and weeks, and then yeah, I opened the door. You must have seen the video. It was awesome. I honestly was in shock for like 10-15 minutes. How much did the trip cost? I don't know how much the trip cost. I know roughly how much it cost. I sunk almost my entire life savings into it. We've held back a fair chunk of the Kickstarter money because that's going to go into the post-production. We need to get a team down in Cape Town, probably, writer, editors, and we've got months of work carefully pulling the gems of the storyline and just sculpting this masterpiece for you guys. So yes, it cost a lot of money. Hopefully I'll be able to recuperate a bit of that, but it was worth it. It was a dream that we were aiming for, and you know, I don't see the point in just hoarding, saving up money. Why not spend it on amazing things you want to do with your life? What else? Hello from Germany. Hello. Keep or sell the plane. It's already in the process of being sold. We mentioned earlier as well. Do you need a composer for the film? Yeah, we probably will need a composer. Definitely want an epic soundtrack. So we will probably open up. I'll probably do a big thing on Twitter or maybe a YouTube video kind of explaining who we'd need to help and see if any of you guys want to collaborate and get involved. Do you currently own a house or apartment? No, I don't. Probably a silly thing. But to be honest, I don't know where I want to live. I think I would like to stay for a few months in Venice and LA, and there's a lot of cool people there. Next year, after the Cape Town trip, I'm hoping we can find a little apartment to stay in for a few months there. Andreas, you enjoyed following along, can't wait for the film. A few people have said that to me, thank you. It means a lot knowing that people are eager and waiting for the documentary, so yeah, thanks for the support. Ooh, why did you set yourself a 3-month limit? Yeah, I think the 3-month limit on the trip was difficult because it was too short. We rushed a fair bit, but also, you know, it was tricky because I wasn't able to do some of the other work that I normally do, some of the other partnerships I do with brands on my channel during the world flight. Therefore, I was to take 3 months out of my normal daily kind of uploads and just focus on this one project was probably the maximum I could do personally. And also, as you may have noticed, just in terms of a YouTube series, I think it ended up at 72 episodes, which is quite long for a YouTube series, and definitely the interest has reduced the first couple of weeks. Lots of people watching. Last couple of weeks, not many people watching, probably a quarter of the people that started. So I think ideally a good time for a project or series on YouTube, from what I've gathered, is like 2 weeks. Someone said, why did JP always take the landing gear up so quickly? I don't know a lot about aviation and aircraft, but I'm guessing once the landing gear's in, it's more aerodynamic and you can climb quicker. I don't know. I don't know what the risks or pros or cons of doing, of retracting the landing gear early are. Whoa, they're flying in. Someone's donated a $5 Canadian, stupid Flanders. Oh, here we go. For those of us who backed the tier with the video message in flight, were those filmed and are they going to be released? Yeah, so we've got a bunch of things we're still going to release to you guys. They're going to be rolling out. Obviously, the film's not going to be coming till next year. We want to build up the hype again as the film's being released. So hold tight. if you're waiting for your rewards, we really want to stagger them out and kind of keep the momentum and hype things up again when the film's out. So if you don't mind waiting, that'd be awesome. Any idea when JP's going to upload more flying based videos? He's told me he's working on it. It's honestly, guys, these videos are intense, brutal edits, the amount of stuff we capture with the GoPros. So I'm sure when he's got some time and recovered, he'll be uploading some. What's it like traveling across the... Oh, I've lost that. Whoa. Oh, someone's put $10 in. Tayani. I hope I pronounced that right. Thanks. Keep up the great work. Thank you. Someone said... I've lost that question now. Oh my gosh. Will you be coming to Scotland soon? I haven't got any plans to come to Scotland. Oh, here we go. What's it like travelling across the world in such a short time as opposed to travelling across the world more spread out time? Do you think it's better or worse going around quicker? I would personally say that it is worse going around quicker because you don't get to form those friendships. I mean, some people take years travelling the world. I think it all depends what... I mean, we had one goal, well, kind of multiple goals, but the main goal was to circumnavigate the world. The second goal was to capture content and interview people along the way. We achieved both those goals. Yeah, a bit more time would have been nicer, a bit more rest. Maybe we're going to meet more people. But to be honest, in terms of the amount we've captured content-wise, we've captured more than enough. I think if we'd had a bit more time and relaxation, JP probably could have got a bit more involved when we were stopping in locations because he was like flight planning. A lot of stuff that my vlogs didn't show was the amount of time he put into preparation, flight planning, resting up from the flights. Obviously, I got to sleep in some of the flights, he didn't. So I think more time for JP would have been really good just to kind of immerse himself in the cultures. Oh, someone said, my enthusiasm's infectious. I am glad that I'm coming across enthusiastic because I'm very tired and I've got multiple vlogs to edit before I can sleep again. But I thought it would be nice to jump on a live chat with you guys and yeah, connect a little bit because the videos I'm uploading currently are from a month ago. I was a completely different person a month ago, but this is me right here, right now. If you don't know, by the way, I'm back in the UK in my parents' house. We're about to have Christmas together in a week, and yeah, it's nice to be back with the family. Oh, we're 18 minutes. Shall I go to half an hour? Should we do a half an hour stream? I think that makes sense. I don't want to drag it on too much. Oh, we've got a few more donations coming in. Blake, do you feel like you got enough variety of interviews? I think so. The interviews I feel like we could have done, but I think it would have been a very different type of documentary, is interviews where we would have needed a translator. So that does kind of put a certain barrier of education with the people we interviewed to be able to speak English, okay? There were some we did in Greece, and I think they were either... Oh, what were they? I think there were some people speaking in some other languages I've totally forgotten off the top of my head now. But anyway, I feel like it's difficult. You detach a little bit from the personal connection with somebody when you're reading subtitles. So I feel like it was enough of a variety. We got the only thing I'd like to get potentially is someone with very opposing views to me, because most people I connected to, I felt some kind of connection on the way that we view the world. But I wonder whether going out deliberately to try and find an antagonist and I can't speak, an antagonist for the documentary who has a very opposing view might be interesting, less one-sided potentially. We need to think about that when we look at the creative around the post-production. Again, this is all very new to me. Do you have any plans to do this again, different destinations? I don't think I'll be doing a world flight in the same way again, but obviously there's various trips I've done where I visit different destinations. If you remember beginning of last year, me and Dave Erasmus did the Solway trip, and that again was a kind of flight around the world, but we did it with on commercial flights. So yeah, I'm sure I'll do something like that again. I was hoping you would stop in Bosnia, Croatia or Serbia. Yeah, I mean, Europe was interesting. We didn't know exactly where we were going to be stopping. We flew over Serbia, so it looked very beautiful. Fly to Islamabad. Yeah, I'm not flying at the moment. We haven't got the plane anymore. It's getting sold, but I'm obviously going to be flying around and travelling as normal. Maybe a little bit less next year if I'm going to be putting together this documentary for you guys. Which country did you find the most beautiful, and where were the happiest people? Now, this was one of the biggest surprises of the trip, was visiting Pakistan, which wasn't actually originally on the itinerary. Shout out to Sebastian. Thanks, mate. Yeah, Pakistan, honestly, and I've said this to everyone I've spoken to about it, was so powerful. I don't know if you guys saw the vlog, but it was... the people there were so warm, welcoming, very, very different and contrasted to what we see in the media about Pakistan. So, shout out to Jamie. Thanks for enjoying the series. I'm glad I could inspire you guys. It was very hard work, but it paid off. And I celebrated today getting that video up. If you haven't seen it, guys, straight after this live stream, head over to the latest in the World Flight series, the last. Someone just asked, what did I like in India? India, I love the food, I love the people, I love the hustle, the bustle, the chaos. It's beautiful chaos, in my opinion. Some people struggle a bit. Whoa, there's a fly in here. Whoa, sorry guys, came out of nowhere. What was I saying? Oh, where am I right now? Yeah, at my parents' house. Tips for a first adventure. Okay guys, tips for a first adventure. Get a vehicle. It can be an old, cheap vehicle. Get a couple of friends and go on a road trip somewhere. It's easy. You don't need to book flights. You don't need to spend a lot of money. You can split fuel money. You can camp, you can stay in youth hostels, you can do it's a very cheap way, and if you can get over to Europe, that is an amazing place to road trip around, because you can just do so many countries. Begime? Oh, sorry, your thing disappeared. Come to Central Asia, Kyrgyzstan, Uzbekistan. Wow, I would love to do the Stans. They are high up on my list. Middle East, and then Central Asia up into the Stans would be amazing. I want to do northern Pakistan as well, in the Himalayas. I've heard it's absolutely breathtakingly beautiful. Slow-mo Prof saying thank you. Awesome. You're doing an overland trip in Africa. That is epic. Oh my gosh, I saw some of those overland. They're the big transporter, like Unimogs, where they, if I'm correct, where you take a bunch of people over on these big road trips. I saw one going once from London to Sydney via Istanbul many years ago. It was pretty cool. I think JP and potentially me might at some point buy and renovate and go on some adventures in a Unimog, which is like a big army truck. Right, I think we're going to slowly wrap up in the next kind of 5 minutes. So if there's any other questions you guys had about the trip in particular, struggles, I don't know, stuff that I haven't talked about, stuff that you don't know about from the vlogs, ask away. I'll try and grab these questions, they're flying in. Try the Mongol Rally. Yeah, we've done the rickshaw run. It's by the same people, the Adventurists. Mongol Rally could be on the cards at some point. Do you ever think you'll come to Brazil? Yeah, we were planning to go to Brazil. Brazil's one of my favourite countries, so I'll definitely be going back there soon. Most turbulence on the flight was actually... Oh, Matthew Tasker's speaking again. Any news on precise dates in the UK screenings? So, guys... yeah, some of the Kickstarters... we're doing a screening. We're going to do a tour with showing kind of the first cut of the documentary for the people that got the Kickstarter tickets. There's no dates yet because we don't know when we're going to complete it. It's my main goal next year, so I'll keep you guys posted. Anyway, what was I talking about before that? My head is flying all over the place. I've forgotten. I'm sorry. I think I was answering someone's question. Too many. The plane is listed. I don't know, guys. I'm sorry. I'll do a vlog or I'll tweet about where the plane's listed for sale. Oh, how have I forgotten that? I think because I haven't slept for 36 hours, my brain's not working properly. Oh yeah, Alaska's here. How'd you like my hummus, bro? It was good hummus. Do you know I was in Abu Dhabi recently, and we were at this really fancy place, and they had this terrible hummus. It was like a really expensive hotel. And we were really let down by the hummus. The rest of it, everything else was beautiful, but I missed your hummus, bro. Oh yeah, Turbulence, that was it. Okay, the most turbulence was actually in America. We had a bit of a, I don't know if you saw the vlog, I think it was the second day of the flight, but we flew or just narrowly missed a storm, and that was pretty scary. And that was actually I think from then it was kind of good it happened at the beginning, because JP was incredibly vigilant and careful, and we didn't even take off if there was bad weather, and we actually re-planned some of our route. So instead of going through Bangladesh and Thailand, we actually went Sri Lanka, Malaysia, because that kind of missed this belt of storms. So yeah, that someone said, is that scariest flight? Yeah, I think that one in the US was probably one of the scariest, but we've left some of the details of that for the documentary. Some of the vlogs do go into a bit of detail, but we've left some of the gems, some of the drama for the documentary as well, and also our kind of commentary and feedback from the whole trip. So hopefully we can put something together incredible. How many times did you and JP rub shoulders, have to distance yourself? Yeah, it was taxing, as you said. With any of my friends, I need little breaks. Even last year when I was doing the Solway trip with Dave, I needed a couple of nights out, not in the same room as him, just to get some headspace. So, and I'm pretty extroverted, but I need a bit of my own time as well. What cameras do you use? I use the A7S II, the Sony, and the Sony A7R2. I'm interested in getting the A7R3, but I'm really interested in the A7S III, if any of you are into camera stuff. Oh, there's some people popping up here. Air Fero, it's great to meet you at the end of the trip. I was the guy with the other 210. Awesome, bro. It was great to have you at the summit. Really nice to meet you in Kern Valley. You said one of your passions was to scuba dive. Yeah, I'd love to do some more scuba diving. I want to go back to Egypt, actually, is it Doha? No, maybe? One of there's a coastal town in Egypt with some amazing scuba diving. Someone said I should get some rest. Yes, I really should. And good to inspire people. I'm glad you guys have enjoyed the series. I'll be back on my normal vlogs pretty soon. What you don't know yet, unless you were following very carefully on some of my Instagram stories and stuff, is straight after the summit I went to the Dominican Republic with some of the guys that had paid for they'd got the Kickstarter reward of coming with us on the flight, which unfortunately wasn't possible because of multiple reasons and difficulties. Anyway, I took them on a personalised, amazing trip in the Dominican Republic straight after the world flight. Then I came back, spent a few days in LA, went to Hawaii with Raya to kind of try and rest up. To be honest, I was editing the whole time. Then I went to Abu Dhabi for 3 days, down to Cape Town, and then back to the UK. So I've had this whole month of craziness that you guys haven't even seen yet. And I actually haven't been vlogging much of it because I'm trying to catch up with myself so I can give you fresh daily vlogs the day after, the way I like it, the way you like it, don't you worry. So 2018, I'm going to be back on it, guys. Probably only uploading like 5 times a week. Probably be doing a live stream once a week. And I'm going to be looking at doing some different content as well, and thinking up some new adventures. I don't know if I'm going to be able to top the world flight. Too many questions flying in, guys. We're going to have to do another Q&A at some point. We've hit the 30-minute mark, and I think I'm going to sign out there. And yeah, catch you next Sunday. Yeah, thank you so much. It's been a fun live stream. I've really enjoyed it. Peace out. Enjoy life and live the adventure. Boom.